play this message, press 1. You have unplayed new messages. To play your messages, press 1.
Andy and David Riva, Encinitas, California. Listen up, gentlemen, because this determines the happiness of the rest of your life.
We've been doing some research at the University of Michigan on stevia and the results.
And the results are fucking phenomenal.
New message, Saturday.
Sitting on my ass, eating like a pig.
Hey Dan, it's Jimmy Devitt. I just wanted to tell you that I picked up some of the stevia from my grandpa. Emperor's Herbologist, put in the order and everything. So we're going to get that started. We're going to get that going. But yeah, appreciate it if you could give me a call because I saw the video. I appreciate that. Love the shout out, man. Everybody loves it. No doubt, man. Thomas Sutra upgrades, and no doubt stevia's going to get famous. We're going to get rich.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it if you give me a call back. We can keep talking about this. God bless, brother.
New message, Monday, 12:24 p.m.
What's up, Derek Queen? I mean, Dan Quinn. Derek Queen.
Yeah. To people that want to get rich, what they should do is memorize that voice at the very end and tell me who it is. And then when stevia, being the miracle that it is, blending water into a liquid that acts like the fountain of youth, makes me the richest motherfucker on this planet. What I'm gonna do is legally attack that bitch. Yeah. Was there angles in there where I didn't look perfect? You know what? I'm 44 fucking years old, gentlemen. Muscle pull here, lump, muscle pull here. Yeah, I'm like Humpty fucking Dumpty. But stevia, what, about a 10 or so body fat percentage? Not fucking bad for eating like a weed smoking pig and logging 200,000 plus hands of poker. So I could go in front of Congress and tell them, you know what, everybody that's lazy and eats like a pig across America, all they gotta do is ingest at least a pound a month of stevia, and it's going to make them lean, healthy, and basically for them perfect. And Andy and Davey, what you guys should do immediately, especially Andy Riva, okay, since you like to snort cocaine in the past, right? Go down to Trader Joe's, spend $10, okay, secure your retirement in the future, okay, snort it. It'll kick the shit out of cocaine, only it's legal and it's sweet, and it'll vanish all the chubby on your body, Andy, that's keeping you from getting any pussy, okay? David never had that problem, but then you guys don't share the same genetics, do you? And, you know, funny, Andy, that time when you're like, what are you gonna do, call me a little beaner, you know? Never, man. Who gave you more hugs, really, growing up, than your parents did, okay? I did. And fact, not fiction, there was a time when Danny Quinn, there used to be a fucking, well, I was on my way to being a legend, you know what I'm saying? See the play, and know this, Frank Stamps, when that kid fucking ran across you, he fucking owned you. You benched about 280 pounds for a weak ass fucking fullback that got used. And then that time, we're in the shower, and you acted like you wanted to fight me. I mean, here's the scene, Andy Davey. You know, I'm taking a shower, gotta take a piss. Don't want to piss on everybody's feet, although it cures fucking athlete's foot. Yeah, so you go to the bathroom stall, come back. Usually, your shower stall's open. And Frank's in my shower stall, lathering up, looking at me going, and I walked by and I said, if you wanted that badly, keep it. And he's like, what? And he started to walk toward me, and his friends held him back. And I said, dude, your homies aren't doing me a favor. They're doing you a favor, okay? I'm not gay. I don't fight fucking naked. You want to put on some fucking clothes and go behind the ACC? I'll fucking beat your punk ass. Isn't that what I said? And you know what? The fact that you benefited, Frank Stamps, at the cost of 2 people, okay? Fact. Cedric Figueroa was an LT type player. He was built for the rush in. But you were too fucking slow to play drop in, even though Dave Butler, who wasn't, what, good enough to go pro? He played it no problem. So they had to make room for Frank Stans because Dan Quinn, because you know what? Russ Purnell fucked up. And this is how it went, Russ. You know what? You told me you're going to get me a job, okay? Otherwise, I would have been at USC the entire time. Always wanted to be a Trojan, never wanted to wear one, okay? And then, instead of getting me a job, you went immediately on a 6-week vacation to the fucking Bahamas, man, okay? And you know how I know this? Because every fucking day, I heard it from my family. Oh, what? They're not coming through? See, they lied. Told you not to go there. You know, I was like a salmon swimming upstream going to USC, motherfucker. And I wanted to play there my entire life. And I should have made the play in Cardinal and Gold. I don't think I'm getting fired for it. I don't think I'm getting demoted to the 4th team for it. And you know what? Quitting football on the fucking spot, Russ, because I would have had coaches killed. And that doesn't mean down the road when I'm rich, Russ Purnell, that I couldn't use money to legally fucking attack you and make your life so miserable that you either tried to hire people to do me or you did yourself. Seriously. Simple, man. The rich do it all the time, okay? And most of the people that they're attacking, you know, end up homeless and shit. But that's like the banking regulations and, you know, basically, if one of my former friends that rides Harleys stole 1/1000th, I mean a penny on the dollar to what was just stolen in the fucking stock market scam, the United States government would spend $10 for every dollar stolen to fucking bring them back to justice and arrest them and punish them and teach them a lesson. You know what? The rich can steal from the poor, but not the other way around. And what I'm saying, Andy and Davey, is that you guys better get your ass in gear and help me get Stevia famous. If Fred Reva's money doesn't help me get Stevia famous, now that I have a miracle Nobel Prize worthy cure, because every woman around the United States that is lamenting the fact that she has too much fat on her body, all she has to do is ingest lots of stevia, and you know what? She can sit on her ass, eat like a pig like I am, and still be lean, okay? That's how good that shit is. And fact, not fiction, guys. Everybody that I tell the story of, the handcuffing incident, among other things, they say they would have killed your dad. And fact, not fiction, Frank. You know what? You were good enough to wear this jacket, okay? You weren't good enough to play unless they handed you that position, okay? You weren't good enough without steroids, which is a mass epidemic in the NFL and in MMA. And Ricky Williams, fact, not fiction. You like marijuana? I can take a chunk of hash roll that's literally about that fucking thick, okay? People look at it like, God damn, man, that would put us to sleep for an entire fucking weekend. But what I do is I counterbalance with stevia. In fact, you go down to Trader Joe's, get a bottle of their quality stevia, and it kicks the shit out of cocaine. It's about a 45-minute rocket ride when you snort it, okay? Gives you mad power. This stuff in here kicks the shit out of both of them. It's Emperor's Herbologist Jaja stevia. It's pure, uncut, and an ex-methamphetamine cook snorted it and went on a 1.5-hour rocket ride of power and was like, fuck, you know what? This shit's off the fucking hook. And the offer still stands to anybody that plays Notre Dame. You guys can hire this jacket, and we just set it out like this, and people take a piss on it for a certain amount of money, and we can donate half to your fund and half goes to the homeless and the hungry, children that are starving, okay? And then if you want to get deep, we put a little outhouse on top, and for like, what, $1,000, you can take a shit on it before the game. And then we get somebody like Phil Umafuke to do a war chant, because basically this represents evil, and throw a hex on Notre Dame so they don't win. Yeah. And fact, not fiction, Frank. You weren't bad enough to wear this jacket, okay? And I did have one that said champion and Sean McCormick. Can you tell me how much a new replacement 1986 either patch or new jacket would cost? Because mine burned up in a fire. And ironically, if I had the means to start a fire, I wouldn't have been asleep. Okay, so when the knob and tube wiring that my friend, who was an electrician and also a methamphetamine addict that was getting from me, came over, and we turned on the lights, and you know, a light bulb blew out. He's like, holy fuck. So I'm asleep on the toilet trying to fucking light something on, and I couldn't smoke, couldn't wake up, although I could have just eaten it and drank it and it would have been fine, but I was a smoker. Anyways, side point. And my shit burns up, and all Jaime Martinez had to do was say that I wasn't renting. I was basically a guest, because that's pretty much what it was. And everything that burned up in a fire, my helmet, let's see, other Notre Dame memorabilia that I will never be able to replace, would have been replaced. But he chose money, okay, over doing what's right. And you know what? He's dead now from cancer. Okay, yeah. So people out there, understand this. Jimmy Devitt got his grandpa on stevia, and I have a text on my phone that says he's shitting up a fucking toxic, foul-smelling storm. Okay, you know what? That's what it does. Purifies you, and then the human body takes over. And I think it's the human body that cures. But stevia just gives the human body the ability to do it. And what I'm saying is that stevia kicks the shit out of cocaine. Mark Brannon and anybody that's locked up in the federal pen that would like to get their sentences overturned, potentially, okay? The FDA arrests stevia off the American table so no one knows what the fuck it is, and it kicks the shit out of cocaine, for which the DEA and local law enforcement arrest. Okay, that's a conflict of interest. One branch of government increasing business for the punitive side, because it is a fact that humans and all animals will try to self-medicate themselves out of what they view as terrible shit, life. Okay, for those that don't have enough money. And fact, not fiction. Like I said, that kid's arms raising victory. Okay. He's the guy that told Muhammad Ali that the bingo belts are bullshit, fighting the feet of porn in another country, when we have starving in South Bend, Indiana, right down the street. I've seen them, okay? You know, we should be helping them first. But Americans never do that. In fact, here's a little lesson in history. Nazi wasn't German, okay? Nazi was money, okay, that used a crazy German to basically lose the war for Germany by spending so many assets killing Jews. So in a way, those 6 million saved hundreds of millions around the planet, because if he had used the Jews to further Germany's cause, they would have won the war. They had jet fighters basically almost put together and ready to fly and shit, okay? They would have owned us. And what he could have done is use the Jews, won the war, and then said, hey, you know what? We're having a party, and it's in your honor, you know what? And send them all to the ovens. So thank you to the 6 million, okay? But since every 7 seconds a woman dies in the United States from breast cancer alone, okay? In fact, Ali Sonoma, USC ring girl, had a potential tumor that was growing in her breast, 1.5 years old, getting bigger and bigger, at least going to ruin her UFC career, if not take her life, okay, without invasive surgery. Sweetwater vanished in 14 fucking days, okay? And that movement right there, that's not painful anymore. Yeah, the other day I was in the bathroom at my gym and slipped, and my feet got, and I went like this, and I felt the flash on my back. Thought nothing of it, and then I went and worked out, and oh my God, I was damn near crippled in the morning with pain. Okay, even smoking copious amounts of marijuana, okay, didn't do it. And ironically, you know what? TENS units right here, okay? Electricity, put these pads on, hunt for the pain, work it, blood flow, takes the pain away, increases healing. This should be mandatory for everybody that has pain across the United States, not guys like Jeff Alm, who I contend Lou Holtz ended up murdering. Jeff Alm was hurt all the time, was walking around with a TENS unit continuously, never practicing, but always getting to play, okay? They try to force feed Jeff Alm in my position, okay? Stand up outside linebacker. That's how badly Holtz wanted to get me the fuck out of the way, okay? And Frank Stams. It's not like Dave Butler didn't come up to me before I make the play, before that season started, and with a case of beer in my not my hotel room, in my dorm room apologized for playing in front of me. You know what? And then Cedric Figueroa coming back from the NFL, you know, the San Diego Chargers, saying that I was better than everybody that he played with. But since Holtz hated me, I think it was quote unquote, I had to go up to the CFL and wreck it and then come back down and hit NFL pay dirt. And what did I say, Figs? I said, fuck football, man. With the people that I know, I would have fucking coaches killed Jerry Sandusky, Joe Paterno. You know what? Seriously, there's a lot of coaches out there that are even worse than Jerry was, okay? Like Lou Holtz. Shattering and ruining fucking lives, Tony Rice, okay? Should have been a first team All-American quarterback and gone to the NFL, man. He was the finest quarterback prospect I've ever seen. You know, you could throw the ball 100 yards, right? End zone to end zone. And we're giving receivers like Tim Brown bruises. I heard Timmy talking about it, okay? The receivers complaining because I was right across the way getting dressed and shit. And I saw Holtz systematically break you down, jump on you, attack you, ruin your confidence. You went from being a cocky, buck strong fucking stud, man, to somebody who probably couldn't decide which hand to hold his dick with when he took a piss, okay? And quarterback's a head position. And, you know, Lou Holtz keeping Marty Lippincott from the NFL, even though Marty kicked the shit out of Tony Siragusa. There's stories to be told, Lou Holtz, okay? And you know what? That's going to be the way to attack you, telling the truth, okay? Paying guys, you know, to sit and, you know, reminisce like we did when many were deciding to leave school, okay, when you came. They said, we're getting the fuck out. This guy is insane. I don't want any part of this. And I said, you know what, basically, I'm about done with football anyways, man, because I would have some of these motherfuckers killed, okay? Boxing, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to roll the dice, Pat Burns, and see how far it goes. And in fact, Pat Burns, okay, 96 U.S. Olympic coach, what you should do with a quickness, okay, is tell the truth about what happened down there, okay? Me winning the state of Florida, you saying that I had more talent than Tommy Morrison, and then me getting Rodney King by the Miami PD, man. Oh yeah, the doctor for the Miami Heat that very fucking night, okay, because my leg was literally about yay big, black and blue with blood. The doctor for the Miami Heat said that they twisted my foot so far when I was handcuffed that they tore every ligament in the knee and separated the fascia from the fucking bone, okay? And you want to know why? They should make a movie out of this, Frank Stamps. Seriously, me handcuffed sitting in a chair, telling a cop, you know what, man? Don't hate, dog. It's not my fault that genetically deficient people like your parents, okay, who should have either been, you know, sterilized at birth, okay, or, you know, in Darwin's world, man, there's too many people out there that are worthwhile and deserving, you know, had you, and you got used every day in fucking football and hated it, you know, and then you see somebody like me, it's not my fault. Hate your mom and dad, man, you know, look in the mirror. And he went nuts, and he came over and boom, and punched me. And I was sitting in a chair, and he launched me on the floor, and I started laughing, and I said, bitch, I said, I know bitches that hit harder than that. And then they went to work, and I was laughing, snarling the entire time, saying, you know what, you fucking cunts? Women hit harder than this, man. And that's when they twisted my fucking foot. And then I go to Fred Riva, who is Cinderfella squared, okay? Yeah, he's like the male version what Cinderella had to deal with, okay, in An Evil Stepmother, my uncle, and he's a millionaire, and he handcuffed me to a tree for 4.5 hours, and my leg is this big, I can barely get up the stairs, and I say, can we hire an attorney, you know, this is definitely Rodney King shit, and he says, get a job, pay for one, really, okay, and so, back to Andy and David Riva, what I'm saying, gentlemen, is Stevia is going famous with or without your help, okay, with your help, what I'll do is retire you guys, okay, because you put stevia in water and blend and all that toxic white shit floats, get it all out, Peachy comes back in perfect health, reintroduce it into Peachy, Joan Quinn, and she's dead within a month, okay, that's a perfect test dynamic. And then Bob Johnson, who lost 6 tumors and 62 pounds, we have a falling out, so I don't make pure H2O anymore for him, and you know what, he ends up in the hospital, okay? Yeah, that's how serious that toxic shit is. So get it out, bottle it up, and sell it. And I'm fulfilling the vision, Andy and David Riva, that I had when I was at Notre Dame. Yeah, I was enveloped in this golden halo of energy, and it told me that I would discover cold fission. It's not fusion, putting things together. It's safely splitting water apart, which stevia does inside the blender, tripling it in size, gentlemen, okay, into this white bubbly soup. There is no water. Stop the energy, okay, stop the blender, the trickling. Water starts to form slowly, comes up, and quasi stops, because there's this huge layer of soap that will end up disappearing and looking like water. It's all the danger, warning, toxic, caution, will kill you things that the rich who are trying to kill this planet are poisoning our water system with. Get it all out. It makes what acts like the fountain of youth, gentlemen. It will make me the richest man on the planet, and if you help, you will benefit financially, and if you don't, I will use that money and I will attack Fred Riva as if he were alive. I'll attack his money, man. I will smash it into dust, and I will make you and your family poor, okay? That nice house that sits on the end of Larkson, I will buy up every house leading to it, and I will put people in that said they would have killed Fred Riva for handcuffing me to a tree for 4.5 hours, okay, when I was 8 years old, like Mark Brandon did. And anybody in Encinitas, California who knows Mark Brandon and knows where he is, get in touch with him, because I bet you I'm rich enough to actually get him freed from prison, since I don't think he actually killed somebody. It was just conspiracy. But anyways, be that as it may, if I had trillions of dollars and I negotiated a deal with President Obama or whatever rich lackey is in the White House and said, you know what, yeah, I'll pay off the national debt, okay, using a small percentage of the most popular, most sought after drink on the planet, if you release my friend from prison and we can reminisce. So if you want to become rich, that means that anybody that's in the link of getting in touch with Mark Brandon so you can validate some of the things that I'm saying, yeah, I'll retire you as well, okay? For you, you'll become rich. For me, it'll be a small drop in a bucket. I discovered how to make the fountain of youth, and you know what, people? You better wake up and listen. I have people that I know that have snorted cocaine, have said nothing. I guess no one eats pussy to validate the violin, Jimmy Devitt, although you did. And yes, I will retire you and your entire family, and your grandpa's body could help send me to Nobel Prize land, man. Okay, Stevie is the sweet cure. When your grandpa comes back into perfect health, you know what? Ching ching. Yeah. Give me a call, brother, and let's talk about the future. You know what I'm saying? Peace out, Andy and Davey. I hope you listen.